Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Raw Cloud. Today, I wanted to share this experience in the dream state. It was a simulated place that I created. Now, you know, when we dream, that's something that we create. When we lucid dream, we co create realities with different people. Could be a loved one that would meet up with you in a dream state, could be a lover that meet up with you in a dream state. Could be friends, could be other entities as well, some positive, some not so positive, that will create a lucid reality dream state for you to experience. But this particular dream state was a simulated world that I created, and it had to do with extraterrestrials. I did it so I could learn more about them and how they interact with us, uh, just as they do in their world, and how they come here and do certain things, like abductions. So stick around, check it out, and enjoy. Hello, guys. I was just getting back from this experience. It was pretty much a place that I created, more or less like a life like simulation. I needed to see how certain extraterrestrials think, um, especially how they operate. Um, some of them just don't think the way we think. So let me tell you what happened. So I created this place. I didn't really think at first that I didn't think that at first, like this was something that I created. More or less like a dream. Your dreams are what we create. Lucid dreams are what we co-create with other people, entities, or something. Those are lucid dreams. And dreams are what we manifest on our own. Now, there are places that do exist. Those are not dreams. These are realities or realms of realities, densities, dimensions, other places that do exist that God create. But we are creator beings too. So dreams are like a manifestation of our thoughts, and we can create them very fast. But we create and manifest as we go. Once you start to understand that, once you think and manifest that those are your dreams, your thoughts, it's a simulation that you bring into reality within that state of being. And we do it very fast. We create around us like different um it's the same thing as what God create. That is the best way that I can put it. They are real. You manifest this at will. But anyway, let me tell you what happened. So it's nighttime in this place, and I'm outside with what I consider, you know, in that place that I created, my father. And I'm young. I'm very young. And he's outside with me, outside our home. And we're just looking up at the stars. We were getting ready to go back into the house until I noticed that, it was a clear night. I mean, you can see the stars very clear, not a cloud in the sky. And so we're just looking up, and my father in that place had dark beard. His skin was darker than mine. Like, you guys know how I look. Um, a few shades darker than me. And he's a black guy, tall, kind of stout, very strong. Now, when I link with him telepathically, I did get this father instinct. I did get this protection, like he's a guardian protection. Just good guy. I got very good guy. And so we're just outside looking up at the other stars, and he picked up on something. I don't think he will he's like me, telepathic. But we all, even now in this reality that we live in, this current reality, we get intuitions about something. We get these feelings. These are psychic, uh, psychic spikes that we have. And they can go off, like when we are in proximity of people. We know whether they may be up to something or something's just not right. That's intuition. That's another psychic way of being, trust your intuition. We all heard of that, so, and that's valid. So he got like something's not right. As we're staring up in the sky, something's not right. Now, I'm creating this, because as I'm staring up in the sky, I'm still thinking that I might want to see something. I'm creating this world. That's how I know that this is the dream, the simulation that I'm creating for myself, to have this experience within that reality. So as I'm thinking, I want to see something. I started thinking of extraterrestrials just for a moment. I started thinking as I'm looking up at these stars. And he get the instinct that something's not right. And across the tree, so we go across the street, and there was a tree that had fell over many years ago, and that tree had got removed. It was cut. The stump was still there, and grass grew over that, so it created like a hill over time. And another tree, smaller tree, also sprouted from that and began to grow. So he went up that hill, a little hill, where that stump were still there, and like I said, grass that grew over that, and then a smaller tree started growing on top of that. He went up there and used that little tree as cover to not be seen by anything. He just wanted to have like a little lookout post, just for a little bit, to see what he could detect or see as he's looking out. So we both did that. And maybe a minute passed from us just looking, trying to see what's going on. And he was like, okay, son, it's time to go in the house now. Because that feeling was still there. That eerie feeling was still there. So he take off, sprinting towards the house, and he expected me, to be right behind him too. I had to be the age between maybe 11, 12, in that simulation, in that dream state that I created. I don't like calling them dreams, not unless there's something that I create. And I did create this place. So I started, running behind him. He had already, it was like 10 feet, maybe 15 feet ahead of me. So I picked up psychically that there is something there in his cloak, and it's also now running behind me. So its first instinct was to go after me since I was the closest. So I ran a little faster, and as I'm running fast now, I'm still having this kid, teenager, almost teenager of mine, frame within this reality. And I pick up speed because I know that this thing is trying to capture me, and it's cloaked at the time. It's cloaked. I cannot see it, but I know it's there. My father don't know. He just using his intuition that something ain't right. I already seen movement like within the grass, and I'm feeling and sensing that energy behind me. So as soon as we get to the door, my father get to the door, we kind of meet like right at the same time at the door because I picked up speed. I'm like, nah, fuck this. And so when I get to the door, this thing, and it was two, what happened is it uncloaked itself. Uh, once it grabbed my father, once it grabbed my father, uh, we get like right where the door frame is at, and the door is open, and we're right there almost inside the house. And my father kind of covered me and pushed me in the door, but I still, when this thing grabbed my father, I grabbed it, but my father is trying to push me in. So all of us fall on the floor. This cloak thing, my father, me. And I'm holding on to this thing, and there's two of them stacked on top of each other. It's two of these ETs. They're like combined onto each other. And so when I didn't know this at first. When I grabbed uh, this one, the other one came apart, and then it pulled my father outside and took him. They came apart. These extraterrestrials came apart, and it took him. Like it grabbed my father like from both of his feet, and pulled him outside as I'm holding this other one. So, and I really didn't understand the meaning of them being combined like that, but we don't think the way that they think. And I'm gonna tell you why I say this too. Now, when I got this smaller extraterrestrial on the ground, he uncloaked himself, and I'm holding him down, and I'm verbally speaking to this thing, like, bring my father back. And its face looked like the color of peanut butter, okay? And it was very smooth. Now, if you look at your thumb, just look at your thumb, and because I'm gonna tell you the shape of his head. It was almost like that shape, okay? And it had like this suit, uh, kind of like bulky type suit, but it was very soft, like. Um, and you could even tell what the hell it was. I guess that suit gave it its cloaking ability. Um, but it had very smooth skin, very small, thin head, almost like how your thumb would be, the soft part of your thumb. Um, Round eyes, very round, bright eyes. It had a very nice face. Nothing like, it wasn't appalling to look at. Um, but they didn't understand that you don't do that to other species. So when I linked with this extraterrestrial telepathically, I understood that this guy was not. They're not bad. They're not bad, but they think different from how we think. They think survival, and I don't think that they eat us, but I don't understand why they took us, but they didn't see anything wrong with what they were doing. You know, humans don't do that, but they really didn't understand that they were doing something wrong. And I didn't sense an evil bone in its body, but it's just their mind frame. They're not like reptilians. Definitely not like reptilians. Reptilians, how we think, we link with them, we see all negativity right there. We see conquer, control, uh, evil, just nasty beings. With this guy, when I linked with him, I did not detect an evil bone in his body. They just don't think the way that we think, and I didn't understand what was the purpose, since they're not evil, they're not negative. What was the purpose of abducting? So I never really found out that. But two, I have to understand that this was something that I created. That was the simulation that I created to have that experience. But not only that, when I came back, I got that, that fatherly, instinct that I really do need to go see my father. Despite of how I feel about him, I need to put a lot of things to rest and connect with him, because on a deeper level, guys, we can say that we forgive people that have done wrong in our lives, and that we don't need them. It's not the part of needing someone, it is the part of needing to truly forgive them and know that they are still loved regardless. Because from a higher perspective, throughout your Akashic record, guys, we have agreed to go through certain things, just like the simulation that I created. We have agreed to do things in this incarnation of life that had already been written for us to go through and experience and learn from. As we go through these experiences and learn from them, we cannot be victims of it, because we came down here to experience and feel it for ourselves, to understand it for ourselves, to feel rejection, to feel um, certain harm that had taken place, uh, to understand it. Do not go into once we understand that we are not these type of spiritual beings, that we do not fall like the angelic ones that have fallen for grace and went into victimhood and to control, because that's where they're at. These reptilians, they are in a victim mentality, and that's the only way that they know how to stay strong, is to go out, seek out, and control. They did not heal. They chose not to heal because they were just like us from the angelic line in the beginning, and they fell from grace. They walked away from God. I'm never walking away from God. I know my place. I know truly we could never leave God, because that spark of light can only be dim when we don't accept who we are. So the fallen ones do not accept who they are on a spiritual level. So their light is very dim. Their hearts and mind has become dark, but the light still remains. No matter how dim it is, the light still remains. And God never turned away from anyone. It is us with that free will that God has given us. And I will always accept who I am and grow, learn. So I think I'm going to go see my father, because he is old. And I want him to know, I want him to know that I had always been there. I never really turned away from him. It was him that had turned away from his own children because he could not stand what he had become. Just like the fallen ones, they turned away from God creation. God never turned away from them. So anyway, I want to leave with I love, honor, and respect all of you guys. Have a good day. Welcome back. So as you can see, within that simulated world that I helped create, there were some things that took place. I wanted to see how certain extraterrestrials act and how they interact with us and their mind frame, how they think. Of course, most of them are not going to have the empathy level that we have, and if they do, is not at the standard understanding that how we create, as far as how we interact with people using empathy and being loving and compassion. I'm not saying that they don't have that. What I'm saying is it is different in their world. And also, when it comes to like the astral realm, those are other realms that we did not create. We can go into them in the etheric form. These are places that shadow and mirror our world. And there's other places too that God has created, like other densities, other levels of existence that we have to be able to vibrate in order to go into that world. Some of these worlds are really not like ours. You have to have a more loving, compassion, vibrational frequency. You can't be as dense, heavy. So a lot of the control systems as we move up in density will not be there. So anyway, guys, I'm not going to drag this on. I love, honor, and respect all of you guys. It's a wonderful Saturday. I'm just uploading this video. It's getting dark outside, so hopefully I can get this up into you guys, and maybe you can enjoy it tomorrow. So I love, honor, respect all of you guys. Have a good day.